a thread by Soul War. As the Democrats flounder in their own lies, President Trump is growing stronger from the truth. Massive, nationwide election fraud was committed by the Democrat Party, and now they've been caught doing it. Trump and the Justice Department are now going to show the receipts. The media continues to lampoon Giuliani as some out-of-touch loon as they deliberately ignore what he's saying and doing. Cue the VR furries. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. And Giuliani is preparing to destroy them in court. John Mortar finds this amazing. He tweets, John Mortar, Republicans booked the wrong venue, a landscaping business. Oh. Rudy Giuliani hosts it. The networks wait until he's at the rostrum to call the election for Biden. The journos tell him here a beautiful moment. Well, John, may I call you John? You're going to be truly amazed as, using stone cold evidence, an elderly lawyer your side thinks is demented overturns the states that were stolen by election fraud for your actually demented candidate. And as he does, we will laugh and laugh and laugh. Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Arizona, all are going to flip red, and unlike the 2018 midterms, it won't be from ballot harvesting. Read election fraud. It will be from reversing ballot harvesting. Trump's team watched the Democrats do it in 2018, and they took notes. Why didn't Trump just stop them this time? So they could take the warning and then lie endlessly about their intentions. And how dare you accuse me? No. President Trump is setting the stage for a crime drama where the bad guys finally get what they richly deserve: full exposure. Look at what's happened. The Democrats thought that they had rigged 2020 for Biden. They didn't. They were stunned by the red wave of 7 to 10 million new Trump voters he'd won over, and then, in a panic, committed the greatest crime in American history, right in front of us, as Trump grinned. Hey, he didn't make them break the law. He won the election fair and square. The Democrats chose to do this openly and blatantly and are right now desperately trying to sell their president-elect Biden to the world. Who's buying that bullshit? Only those in thrall to their media. The media calls racist. They cannot declare a president. Intelligent people know this already. What does that tell you of the state our nation is in? Has one candidate conceded? No. Are the states finished counting votes? No. Anything certified yet? No. President-elect Biden? Tosh. The mainstream media is in full meltdown mode, aghast as it only now truly dawns upon them the superpower that they and big tech thought they possessed is nothing more than a hubris-driven fantasy. Ken Delanian at MSNBC, is simply a harbinger. You're going to see a lot worse soon. And let's watch this because you can hear my sound now.
Sir. Oh, shit.
Fuck. Let's listen to him one more time.
Sir. Oh, shit.
Fuck. What do you think that he just saw? These embubbled idiots thought that they could force the American people to accept the steal. They actually thought that. The same way they thought they'd normalized peaceful violence after 6 months of gaslighting the living fuck out of us. Just another big lie swallowed whole. We're spitting their lies right back into their astonished faces as they fumble about trying to regain the initiative. They can't because we're awake. And now we're pissed. Does anyone think this just happened? Caught again! Veritas knew they'd try this. A tweet from Project Veritas. recording federal agents coerced USPS whistleblower Hopkins to water down his story. For those of you who don't know this, Richard Hopkins is a United States Postal Service worker in Michigan, I think, and he is blowing the whistle on basically mail fraud, backdating ballots. So he gets interviewed by federal agents, and Agent Strasser, straight out of also the name of the villain in Casablanca, I am just trying to twist you a little bit. I'm scaring you here. We have senators involved, DOJ involved. The reason they called me is to try to harness. It's a 2-minute clip. Check it out in the thread from Project Veritas. All their tricks, dirty, filthy, underhanded, illegal, and legal dirty tricks, President Trump and his supporters are ready for them this time. Think of Trump as Patton.
Tomo, you magnificent bastard, I read your book!
The book is the 2018 midterms. Trump's read their book. He was golfing as the mainstream media chortled and snapped pictures. Golfing, they laughed. Goodbye, Orange Man, we got ya. They are utterly deluded, but not for much longer. In the next 2 weeks, as state by state, massive amounts of election, not voter fraud, key distinction, election fraud is found, those states and their electoral college points will go from Biden to Trump. As that happens, you'll see people in the mainstream media, well, the word meltdown just seems too bland. Picture screaming RBG woman in her car times 10. Fox News has destroyed itself. Big tech will be broken up. And the Democrats, hundreds of them, local, state, and federal, are going to go to federal prison, as they deserve. As I've said, there will come a point where people will beg Trump to stop, and he won't stop. He's going to crush them into the dust. Total defeat. An earned defeat. These traitors tried to steal an election in the middle of the night, nullifying the votes and the will of the American people. The lawlessness and contempt for boundaries that they have spawned this. So, say hello to your consequences, as law and boundaries are once again established. Here be dragons. Pass that boundary at your peril. President Trump doesn't want to be a life-consuming, career-destroying dragon unless you force him to be one. Democrats drove all of this, so he just got out of their way and allowed them to destroy themselves. During these next 4 amazing, right, John, years, as he cements prosperity, stability, and sanity into Americana rising, Trump will be picking up the pieces from the Democrats' insanity. You won't recognize America by January 20th, 2025, and that'll be a wonderful experience. To support the works of Brent Cates, donate any amount at paypal.me/Brent Cates. Also, check out the Americana Rising Teespring store, link in the thread.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.